shit, alright then. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ruci back with another commentary video, and today we got the finals, because the open beta just dropped a few days ago, really. I think last Friday or something like that. I don't know. I had woke up, I saw the email on my phone saying that it was available to play, and I was just like, shit. Honestly, I forgot all about this game. I remember I had seen people posting clips and stuff a few months back, and it always looked, I thought it looked awesome, honestly. Like, just seeing people's gameplay, this game looked awesome, and it still looks great, to be honest with you. But I was always very interested in it as soon as I first saw the gameplay, so I'm really glad that now we got a chance to really play it. Don't really have too much hours on it yet. I think I only have really played like 4 or 5 hours, something like that. But I have been enjoying my time on it. I've been having kind of like mixed emotions, because sometimes I'm like, damn, this game is fucking whack. Like, why is this shit like this? And then just like, that was last night, and then today I'm like, man, this game is so much fun. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what it is. You know, I haven't really played enough to give you an adequate review of it or anything like that, but I do want to talk about my first impressions and stuff like that today. But yeah, man, this game, just like, first and foremost, it looks great. It looks fucking awesome, and I love the destruction as well. That's not really something we've been seeing in games lately, at least first person shooter games. I know Battlefield was big on that back in the day. Battlefield 2042 didn't really have that much destruction like that. At least it didn't seem like it did. I never bought that game. I only played the beta, and I seen like some gameplay on YouTube. That's about it. But from what it seems, the destruction on that game was not really there like that. But this game does have some crazy destruction. You're gonna see it as this gameplay progresses. You're gonna watch the whole building start collapsing and shit like that. It's crazy. This game is very chaotic sometimes. Right now we can only play 2 game modes. I forgot what they're called. I'm not even gonna try to explain them to you either. I might try to explain this one in a little bit, but yeah, it's 3v3v3, which is very different. We don't really have any games like that that's like 3v3v3, at least nothing that I've played recently, like any first person shooters or anything like that. So I do like that it's like a little bit different, you know, in that sense, because it's usually like 6v6 or something like that, 12v12, or it's like a battle royale type of thing. But this is a different experience, you know, and I really do like that, because it makes you have to like rely on your teammates more, and it's more of like a team-based experience rather than just like, you know, just go off by yourself and just do whatever. I mean, you could still do that, but it's not as easy, because it's a lot of aspects to this game. It's not really just run and gun like Call of Duty or xdefiant or whatever. You know, you kind of got to be a little bit strategic, and there's a lot of different shit that you could really do, a lot of different aspects to the game, so it's not so simple like that, which I really like, because, you know, how many games do we really have like that, at least first person shooters? I mean, I guess you could say like Tarkov is strategic and shit, but I don't play Tarkov. And honestly, Tarkov looks kind of boring in my opinion. I'm sorry if I offended any like Tarkov diehard Tarkov fans, man. That's just me saying that. I haven't played it myself, so take whatever I'm saying about Tarkov like very lightly, man. Don't even listen to me. But yeah, anyway, Tarkov is a whole different experience than this. Anyway, this is like more like a arcadey type of game. You know what I'm saying? Not really trying to be realistic or anything like that. As you could tell, I mean, you've seen everything that's been going on in the gameplay. You know this is not trying to be realistic. But yeah, in this game you could choose different weight classes, which is actually pretty interesting, and it's really cool, to be honest with you. Watch me do this dumb shit right here. Like, I just threw the box because I was thinking it was gonna get closer to the objective, then I just threw that shit off the map. Like, and now I gotta go all the way back to get it and bring it to the objective. If you ever play this game, don't do what I just did in that part right there. But anyway, I was saying, you got 3 different weight classes. You got lightweight, middleweight, and heavyweight. So far, my favorite is the middleweight. I do love the lightweight because, I mean, if y'all have watched my videos, you know I like that movement. And with the lightweight, you can really get some crazy movement in because, you know, you run super fast. You have like a grappling hook and, you know, shit like that. But you do also have less health, which I guess it's a good way to balance it out because if you're super fast, people can't really shoot you. You know, why would you have like as much health as like a heavyweight? You know, it's like to, I guess, add some balance in it, but sometimes it just doesn't feel like enough, so, honestly. Like even the movement and all that stuff, I don't know, it's something about like the lightweight I just don't really like sometimes because it feels like I can't really, like my bullets aren't really doing much. I don't know if it's the gun because they give you like a SMG to start and like a sniper. Sniping in this game is kind of pointless because I don't know, it's not really like a one shot. It's not as satisfying as like Call of Duty or like Battlefield, like getting a headshot. Well, I don't know if headshots are one shot, but I don't know. I didn't really like sniping so far. I'm gonna give it a try later. See how it is. See if maybe I could really get the hang of it. But so far, I'm not really a big fan of it. But the SMG that they give you, I don't really like it that much either. It feels like it doesn't do much. It feels like I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll unload a whole clip into somebody and then I gotta reload and they're still not dead, and then you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of annoying. I really like the AK that the middleweight has, and middleweight could also revive teammates, and you have like a little jump pad. I don't really care for the jump pad. I like the grappling hook and the C4 a lot more. That's another thing. The lightweight does have C4. If you saw in the intro clip, I did this cool little play where I just blew up the wall and I killed the guy that was like camping on the other side. Which is, you know, that's what I like about this game. You could do some cool little plays like that. You know what I'm saying? You could get really creative with this. People have done some fried shit to me, like with the jump pad. This guy, like, we were on the objective and the building was like all collapsing weird, like it is right now. So I think it's a little bit later in this gameplay, in this video, as a matter of fact. But yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? You'll see. I'll point it out when it gets to that. But that type of shit is so cool to me, man, because it's not like, okay, so you know how you play Call of Duty, you'll play like, for instance, Search and Destroy. After a few months of playing that, you already know how everything's gonna go. You already know all the routes. It's pretty linear for the most part. You know, it's like you just run this way. You know the enemies are gonna come from this direction or whatever. This game, I mean, it has that type of aspect to it. Obviously, you know, it's gonna be like some of the same maps. You'll learn the maps, but the destruction and all that type of shit really gives it a whole other. It has like a whole nother level to it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's awesome because not too many games really have that these days. Like I feel like a lot of games just lack, you know, I guess character kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? So this game does have a lot of character in that sense because it's always like a crazy different experience. It's not always going to be the same exact thing. Sometimes it'll be super crazy. Sometimes it's not really that crazy at all. But you never know. You never know what you're going to get, which is one thing I do like about it. It's kind of like unpredictable sometimes, which could be a good and a bad thing. You know, it is what it is. Like, but for the most part, in my opinion, it's a great thing because games get really boring and really stale really fast. This game, I mean, it is just a beta and stuff. We don't really know how the full release is going to be and what they're going to have to offer and stuff like that. But just the fact that it has all this destruction and all this chaos and shit, it really like doesn't make it boring. You know, like for instance, Call of Duty, after a while, bro, it's the same shit. Just using Call of Duty as an example. I know there's like a million other games, but we're talking first person shooter, so I'm gonna just use like the one that everybody knows. So, you know, that shit gets super boring after a while. Like Modern Warfare 3, for instance, it hasn't even came out yet. I'm gonna be real, I'm kind of already bored of that shit. Probably not gonna get the game, but I'm bored of it, bro, because it's like, you know, I've seen all those maps already. I played those maps like a million times. I've seen a lot of those guns, like, or similar guns, a million times. It's really no new aspects to the gameplay like that, you know, so it's kind of boring. This has a lot of layers to it, which I really could appreciate, you know what I'm saying? And like, look, you got these little cans and stuff that you could throw, and it'll be like some foam, or like it'll be like gas or some fire, some shit like that. You know, it's just a bunch of different cool shit like that. And that just makes it a unique experience, which is something that we haven't really been seeing lately. I feel like a lot of games lack identity, don't really have a personality or anything like that, you know. So this game is full of personality, and I love that. You know, it's something new, something different, something that I feel like more developers and shit should be doing, is just kind of being a little bit more innovative with shit like that. You know, some stuff that you got to get used to, but it doesn't necessarily make the game bad or anything. It's just different. Speaking of different, so looking at the gameplay in the back right now, you see it says low gravity up top, and you see me like jumping like it's like we in space type shit. So the objective of this game is the first team to get 20k, they win. So when you pick up one of those boxes and you deliver it to one of the cash out stations, that's 10 bands right there, right? So there's 3 teams. If every team does that once, then they have like a sudden death round, which is what we're looking at right now. And the thing about these sudden death rounds is it'll have something that kind of fucks with the gameplay. So like, for instance, in this one, it's low gravity. I only experienced this one other time, and it was like lasers. So I guess they just had a bunch of lasers just hitting the ground from the sky. And if you stand still or something, it hits you. You know, so shit, just different little shit like that. I feel like that's such a cool little twist to add to the gameplay, and you know, it keeps it fresh, keeps it from getting stale and repetitive and shit like that. I mean, I'm sure there's only like a few different variations, but still, just the fact that it's even in the game, and I'm sure they might add like a bunch of different ones like throughout the lifespan of the game. You know, that's awesome, man. So I really love what they're doing with that. But a few things I don't like about the game so far really just been like the TTK feels very inconsistent sometimes. Like sometimes it feels like I'll empty my whole clip into somebody, shoot them in the head and everything, they don't die. I gotta reload, and then they just shoot me a few times and just beam my ass and I'm dead. You know, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like it feels super inconsistent. Sometimes I feel like I kill somebody super fast. Other times I feel like it takes forever. And it's not even, you know what I'm saying? It's not even about like them being like using like a heavy player or like a middleweight or whatever. It's just like, I don't know, it just feels super inconsistent sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, I don't really like the controller sometimes. I mean, the controller, like I'm playing on controller, but the settings like for aiming and all that, I don't know, it's a little bit weird. I don't know if they got a buff aim assist or if they got to do something about the controller settings, but it's something about it, man. Sometimes it just doesn't feel very good. I like the way that Call of Duty does it. You know, I'm gonna give Call of Duty their credit, because the way that they do like the controller settings and all that, the way they let you tweak every little thing about, you know, when you're aimed in, how fast you want to aim in with like a certain scope and shit like that, it's perfect, because it really lets you adjust it like exactly how you want your playstyle to be. And look, this is what I was talking about earlier. That motherfucker dropped the jump pad and fucked me up. And it just like shot me out. I can't even complain, man, because it was kind of funny, and it's just something cool. Like, I'm just glad that that type of shit is in the game. But yeah, man, I'm gonna play this game a little bit more. I'm gonna drop another video, like my, I guess, final thoughts on the beta, because this really, I didn't really get to play too much, so I don't really got too much of an opinion on it. But yeah, man, thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.